174.4 for Saul Canelo Alvarez. 174.4 for the challenger. Demetrius Bivol, 12 rounds for the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing, Canelo Promotions, World of Boxing, and Clase y Talento live on the DAZN pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the defending light heavyweight champion of the world, Demetrius Bivol. We are in Las Vegas. Obviously, a lot of these fans are betting on the fight. You're the underdog. Tell us why you will beat Canelo Alvarez tomorrow night.
First of all, I want to say hello, everyone. First time I see a lot of Mexican fans against me. And Feliz Cinco de Mayo, guys. And why? Yeah, why? People motivated me, you know. I'm here and listening crowd. It's motivated
Viva
me.
Mexico!
And all my life I'm in boxing, and I won many times.
Boo!
And why
We don't care about that shit.
Shouldn't win this time.
If you do win
Raza,
tomorrow
fool.
night, how will that change your life and your career going forward?
To be honest, I'm focused only on the fight, only make a great fight for people, for boxing fans. I don't think about what will be after the fight, what will be on May 8th, I don't have any plans, you know, I have only plans on the fight.
And what is your message to your fans who are watching you around the world? What can they expect to see from you tomorrow?
First of all, I want to say thank you everyone who support me and believe in me. Thank you, and I try to make a great fight for you.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
One more time, Demetrius Bivol.
Now, y'all know I got to go with my boy, Canelo, you know, because I'm Mexican and all. Viva la Mexico. So anyway, how you guys doing, man? Yo, listen, did y'all know? All right, before we jump into things, you know, I like to come in, you know, like a soft landing, all right? You know, so we got a lot of boxing to talk about in the next 25 minutes or so. We're going to recap the weigh-in, talk about the news of the day, and of course, you see the headline or title of the video. We're going to get into the juicy, the nitty-gritty. But somebody told me this was Bivol, yo. Is this really him? Is this him?
Deep, dark fantasies. Deep, dark fantasies. Deep.
Bro, I want to know who this is. Somebody sent me this earlier. I ain't gonna lie, I found this somewhere else. But somebody was like, yo, y'all see Bivol, man? Like, why he, like, what's up with him? And I'm like, that ain't Bivol. And then I'm like, sure enough. Bro, that's fucking Bivol. Oh, no. But anyway, let's get back
And
to
now,
the
ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Canelo Alvarez. First of all, what does it mean to you to be fighting on Cinco de Mayo weekend here in Las Vegas?
No, I feel proud. I feel proud to represent my country on this weekend. So I feel very excited.
What can your fans expect from you in the fight tomorrow? This is a very, very tough challenge for you, is it not?
Yeah, I like this kind of challenge. Expect everything from me, like always. I'm gonna try my best and do my best in the ring, and of course we wanna win.
I know you've been in boxing your whole life. Sometimes you look out at a crowd like this and the reaction you get and think, wow, how did this ever happen to me?
Yeah, I always, they make me feel so happy, motivate, everything. Thank you so much. Viva Mexico, cabrones. I'm really happy. I'm so happy and grateful with all my fans for the support.
I'll give you the final word, the last words to your fans watching here in America and Mexico and around the world.
Nos vemos este sábado y que viva México, cabrones!
Canelo Alvarez!
That's what I'm talking about. Mexico, stand up. Where y'all at? For those who don't know, you know, I like to, you know, like let you guys know, yes, I do identify as being full-blooded, half El Chicano, El Negro Mexicano, Afro-Latino, half Irish, and half black, as you can see. You know, so I really get, like, look at that Mexican support right there. Our people really showed up. And here I am talking shit all fight week like, where's the buzz at? Ain't no buzz. That was me. I was bitching. I was bitching and complaining all week like, man, where's the buzz? And then look, how many people you think that is? That's got to be at least 5,000. Is that 5,000? Is this enough to fill up the small room in the Hulu theater? I don't know. How many people you think are out there? And I heard it was like 100 degrees in Vegas. That's a couple thousand at least. Jeez. You think it's because of inflation that people are not buying their tickets until like fight week? I think that's what it is. You know, people just don't have that disposable income anymore. You know, the kids don't want to work. My chat's fixed. It's fixed. It's fixed. My chat, it's fixed. It's great. It's awesome. So, all right, let's go back and talk about the card. And let me tell you something. We're going to be here tomorrow night streaming during the fight. Now, I've worked hard over the last several years to be able to bring you fight night streaming experience that you can get nowhere else. For example, we do legally, we're allowed to brief highlights in between some rounds. You know, so I'm going to be doing commentary, watching it. I purchased it through Fios. If you have the DAZN, you can purchase it for $59.99. I didn't want to buy it through the DAZN. Something told me not to give them my food stamps. So I purchased it through Verizon for $74. What is it? I should pull it up real quick. I guess I could. I purchased it for like, let's see where we at. Where we at? I got all this nerd shit working cohesively now, so kind of showing off a little bit. $79.99. I purchased it for. But I guess we can go talk about the card here. Watch some weigh-ins, I'm guessing, and just go from there, right? So we're going to be here during the main event. I'm not streaming during the whole card. I can't do it. You know, I don't want to, and plus I'm going to be watching UFC. So we're going to be streaming during the main event. Then I'm going to cover some UFC. And then depending if Canelo loses, which I'm predicting he's going to lose. Remember, we're not always supposed to agree. It's a shame that I got to dumb myself down sometimes, you know, because some people just come on here always giving me shit. They're like, oh, how do you think this is going to happen? You're supposed to. Everyone's entitled to my opinion. You will never hear me say, oh, you were wrong. You know, I'd be like, all right, you know what? That's your opinion. But in my opinion, I think Canelo may have bitten off more than he can chew. I think he's going to get his ears and his face jabbed off to smithereens. My problem with Bivol is, you know, this sense of urgency and body punches. You know, for example, what if Canelo's able to hurt this dude? We don't know how he's going to react, you know? But anyway, the undercard is underwhelming. The only fight I was really interested in was CCP Zheli Zhang taking on Felix Hergovitz. That was going to be an IBF eliminator. If you don't understand the situation with the IBF over the last year and a half or so, basically, I guess you could say 2 years, we finally had a final eliminator, and then Hrgovic, unfortunately, he lost his father. So that's no, like, joking matter. And the grieving process, understandably, he didn't want to go into a big fight. You know, the man lost his pops. But after that, the next fight of some significance, is really no significance for real, is, for example, I don't even know who these two people are. You know, I believe I know one of them is Espino something. Let me see here. Let's see who these people are. Alexis Espino, I believe. I guess I could have turned it up and listened in, right? Of course, my man Diamante is going to say their name twice.
Welterweight Championship. Matchroom Boxing and Association.
I like the Montana Love fight. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but it's not really significant.
Welterweight Championship. Matchroom Boxing and Association with World of Boxing, Canelo Promotions, y Clase y Talento.
Yeah, so basically the undercard don't really have anything that really like sticks out. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you got Montana Love. This is the co-feature. Well, I don't like saying co-feature unless it's like a Charlo versus Derevyanchenko or Charlo versus Rosario. That's like a co-feature to me. This is a chief support or the main feature of the undercard. Montana Love versus Gabriel Venezuela. And you have to understand, Canelo's guaranteed a lot of money. So, you know, you can't expect for the undercard to be that good. Also, how well do you think this fight is going to do on pay-per-view? Now, you are able to purchase outside of the zone. You can buy through your cable. I purchased it through my cable. So it's not restricted to a streaming app. I'm thinking 350,000 pay-per-view buys, maybe. You know, but with this turnout right here that we're seeing with this crowd, I don't know, bro. The buzz seems to be there. The buzz seems to be there. So now I want to say 500,000 pay-per-view buys. You think that Canelo's at that point where he can fight anybody and get at least 500,000? Because in my opinion, the Caleb Plant numbers, which were said to be about 800,000 or so, that overexceeded in my opinion. I didn't know that fight was going to do that good. So therefore, I have to think the same for this fight. By the way, there is Montana Love. Does he got the dog with him? I'm guessing he does. Let's turn this up. This is the fight before the main event. How about that? Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. See, this is where I get torn because my black side is like, you know, we got to root, you know, LDBC. We got to root for Montana Love. But then my Chicano Mexican side is like, you know, we got to always ride. Wait a minute. Is this Venezuela guy even Mexican? Let me make sure. I don't want to give him. He might be Colombian or some shit. Oh, nah. Look, he is Chicano. I mean, he is Mexican. He's from Guadalajara. All right, cool. This fight's 50-50 to me. Got to keep it neutral.
140, the super lightweight limit, 140 pounds, bang on the super lightweight limit for the undefeated Montana, Too Pretty Love.
But yeah, the undercard, I'm going to rate it a C. On a plus-minus scale. I like Love too. True love knows no bounds. But yeah, this is a C.
Love versus Goyas, 12 rounds for the vacant IBF.
Yeah, I'm the Pan-Pacific LDBC representative. I'm the chairperson, the ambassador for LDBC Australia. Being LDBC is kind of like the money team. Like anybody could be money team if you feel it in your heart, you know?
I don't know if Montana Love expects expected the faint sound of boos as he took.
But look at that crowd, though.
Another wrinkle added to this co-feature maybe for tomorrow night. Of course,
Like, look at that. That's some amazing shit right there, bro. Canelo's a star. And it is Cinco de Mayo.
A fighter picking up steam here. This one going for till 12 rounds for a vacant regional title fight. Montana Love putting his undefeated record on the line in this co-main event. We are moments away from experiencing the weigh-in for our main event. Canelo Alvarez.
Yo, I've been asking this for a week now. Who is this man? Did y'all notice he just popped up out of nowhere like 3 weeks ago? Anybody know who this dude is? I mean, he seemed pretty cool. He knows what he's talking about, but I'm just like, where did this man come from? By the way, the Canelo weigh-in is up next. And let's talk about it. Can somebody let me know in the chat? That'd be awesome. My moderators are supposed to know this type of stuff. But what was the PBC deal worth? And what was the DAZN reported deal worth? Of course, I'm supposed to be the one pulling this up, but, you know, I'm just asking for a little help right now. Oh, nope, you ain't gonna get me copyrighted, DAZN. Get that off my screen. That'll be like, that's the little clip that'll get me copyrighted. That little shit right there. But you would have had Errol Spence at 164. Charlo at 168 and Benavidez at 168, correct? I like all three of those fights. On the DAZN side, you have Bivol at 175, the Golovkin trilogy at 168, and then John Ryder in the UK. But something that we don't talk about, or we haven't really seen people talk about, is what if PB, now this is just speculation, because it seems like something happened. You know, did he not get the proper treatment that he wanted? Maybe it was because Caleb Plant, the first press conference, brought up steroid use. You know, like, what was it that seemingly offended Canelo over there? Is that true, Fluffy Toaster? I don't know if I can trust you, man. But, oh, well, let's watch the weigh-in first, and we'll talk right after the weigh-in.
11 of them coming by way of knockout. Saturday night, he makes his 8th defense of his world title. Here is the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, Demetrius Bivol. And now,
well, that's definitely copyright. We got to wait for the mariachi band to play. That's not copyrighted. That's live music. Who got called a Chester? Somebody called somebody. Oh, a joke. Yo, you can't play like that, Libidos.
Draws with 39 wins
like
coming by way of knockout. Saturday night,
if you don't know what Chester means, that's a chomo. I don't want to say it. I don't want to get shadow banned.
The 3-division unified champion, the 2-division lineal champion, and the first and only undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. Here is boxing biggest attraction, the pound-for-pound king, peleando fuera de la tierra de tequila y los mariachis.
Okay, Jaron, as you can see, it says weigh-in recap in the title. So I'm recapping the weigh-in. I took a nap. I went to see Doctor Strange and took a nap. Great movie. Great movie. Yeah, you can say it. I can't say it.
Now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the defending world champion, Demetrius Bivol.
Yeah, what's up with the outfit? I bet it's a lot of money. Pretty sure it is. I'm just still at the atmosphere because the press conference was kind of dead. And I believe the press conference was open to the public.
For the defending world champion, 174.6 for Demetrius Bivol. 174.4, Saúl Canelo Alvarez, 174.4 for the challenger.
What's up, guys? JC. Ricey Gaming. And all my fellow Mexican and Irish brothers out there. I'm hyped. I'm really hyped for the main event, and that UFC card tomorrow is fire. I gotta watch the weigh-in after that. You know what? I usually do good when I cover the UFC, but I treat it like a side chick, if that makes sense. I'm always sneaking around to cover it. You know, and cover it like after the fact, late at night, like what you doing? Let me come through real quick. And UFC fans are so much, no disrespect to you guys. You guys are cool. You're my mates. You know, but some of them, like, I mean, you know, boxing fans are degenerates, like, bro. But UFC fans, it's like, all right. But most of them be nerds anyway, and like fat people. That wear like the fucking Ninja Scroll shirts and shit. They play fucking Smash Brothers. That's how I look at UFC fans. They fucking got the Nintendo Switches and shit. Got the wallet with the chain on it. To think, you know, I would have never thought that I would see Canelo fighting at 175 though, because he does have a height handicap. You know, this.
We are here with the defending light heavyweight
Let's listen in.
of the world, Demetrius Bivol. We are in Las Vegas. Obviously, a lot of these fans are betting on the fight. You're the underdog. Tell us why you will beat Canelo Alvarez tomorrow night.
First of all, I wanna say hello, everyone. First time I see
Anime nerds are the same as UFC nerds. They the same thing.
Feliz Cinco de Mayo, guys. And what? Why? Yeah. Why? People motivated me, you know. I'm here and listening crowd. It's motivated me, and all my life I'm in boxing, and I
What
won
the hell is
many
Bivol
times,
talking about?
and why I shouldn't win this time.
If you
It
do
seems
win,
like he want to say a whole lot, but he can't.
change your life and your
That's
career
fucked
going
up. That's that language barrier, yo.
I'm focused only on the fight, only make a great fight for people, for boxing fans. I don't think about what will be after the fight, what will be on May 8th, I don't have any plans, you know. I have only plans on the fight.
And what is your message to your fans who are watching you around the world? What can they expect to see from you tomorrow?
First of all, I want to say thank you everyone who support me and believe in me. Thank you, and I try to make a great fight for you.
Good luck to you.
Yeah. Thank you.
One more time, Demetrius Bivol.
Canelo has made some major strides in his English. Like, that has really helped his marketability too.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Canelo Alvarez. First of all, what does it mean to you to be fighting on Cinco de Mayo weekend here in Las Vegas?
No, I feel proud. I feel proud to represent my country on this weekend. So I feel very excited.
What can your fans expect from you in the fight tomorrow? This is a very, very tough challenge for you, is it not?
Yeah, I like this kind of challenge. Expect everything from me, like always. I'm gonna try my best. And
I gotta stop reading the chat. Y'all ain't shit.
And of course, we wanna win.
I know you've been in boxing your whole life. Sometimes you look out at a crowd like this and the reaction you get and think, wow, how did this ever happen to me?
Yeah, I always, they make me feel so happy, motivate, everything. Thank you so much. Viva Mexico, cabrones. I'm really happy. I'm so happy and grateful with all my fans for the support.
I'll give you the final word, the last words to your fans watching here in America and Mexico and around the world.
Nos vemos este sábado y que viva México, cabrones.
Canelo Alvarez.
So I really touched the nerve talking about y'all Naruto, huh? Y'all Nintendo Switches, you fucking UFC nerds. Boxing #1, Viva la Boxing. Anyway, as I said, here's the undercard. You know, ain't nothing there. Like, what y'all gonna be doing during the undercard? Is it anyone who's actually gonna be watching, like me, gonna be sitting here like a degenerate, just watching all these fights? I'm gonna probably be playing some UFC in the background or something. Maybe playing some Elden Ring or some shit. Because honestly, I only want to see CCP Lee take on Scott Alexander. That's the only fight. Oh, let's go look at their weigh-in. That's the only fight I really want to see. Hold on, let me see if I can find it for you. Good old CCP Lee. Did they even show his weigh-in? Where's it at? Did we miss it? Oh, here we go. Now, I was told this. I'm going to be very, very honest. I was told this. So, now, I'm no racist. I'm no bigot. But I guess me probably saying that, people probably say, or thinking he's going to say some bigot shit. But you can say Oriental. It's just old-timey. You know, you just can't say like Chinaman. You can say Chinaman too. It's just a little old-timey. It's not bigotry, from my understanding. But if anyone's offended by me saying Chinaman or Oriental, then, you know, you can contact HR and they'll be sure to get back to you. And I think HR is Black Magic Genetics, and that should tell you enough right there. But yeah, I want to see this fight.
In the heavyweight division, now making his way to the stage, 16 wins, 4 defeats, 2 draws, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of the South Central section of Los Angeles, California, USA. Please welcome Scott, the One, Alexander.
This is the late replacement for Felix Hergovitz right here.
And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He is undefeated in his campaign as a professional with a record of 23 victories. No
Nah, you can say Chinaman.
1 draw. He has 18 big wins.
The Chinaman. That sounds cool. I wouldn't want to be called the Chinaman.
China. Here is the 2-time Olympian, the 2008 Olympic silver medalist, and the former WBO regional heavyweight.
Oh Lord, please don't cancel me. That's the last thing I need in my life right now is to get canceled, bro. Shit.
Now to the scale, Scott, the One, Alexander.
Have all these MMA Naruto nerds. Teen Titans go.
For Scott Alexander, 222.6 for the One.
Motherfucking fans on the channel.
Scale, the undefeated Big Bang, John Gillet. 276.2 for Big Bang, 276.2 for John Gillet.
Yeah, I haven't checked my ancestry in a while to see if I got a little bit of Oriental up in me. So far, we did find some, of course, half black, half Irish, and half full-blooded Mexican. And I got like a little teaspoon of Turkish wolf blood up in me. That's the good stuff.
Las Vegas, Nevada, USA.
I'm well cultured. I forgot how tall he is. Let's see here.
So the heavyweight face-off ending right there. John Gillet, 23-0-1. A training camp not wasted. A very game opponent. Scott Alexander has not been stopped in his pro.
So yeah, 23-0-1, 18 KOs. Didn't he lose the Jerry Forrest fight? But he got a gift draw. I don't remember. Scott Alexander's never been stopped. Late replacement step in. Nothing really too much, there. He did fight Travis Kaufman. I do know that name. Carlos Negron, do know that name. He goes the distance. And frankly, I'm not really too high on Zhilei Zhang anyway, Not really too high on him. Where is he ranked anyway? He is ranked number 13 in the IBF. And I think he's only ranked by the IBF, right? And the WBO, not by the WBC and the WBA. So, yeah, the heavyweight division is top heavy. So, hey, listen, I don't see this guy. I mean, I don't see him making it. There's too many good heavyweights ahead of him. But anyway, let's move on. So one thing I want to talk about is this. We were talking about earlier before the weigh-in is, do you think that PBC may have offended Canelo in some type of way? Because he really doesn't seem to want to fight any of those dudes. Or not right now. But it's not like the money wasn't there. I mean, maybe it was the catch weight they tried to get him at. Why do they keep showing this? It's offensive. It's intrusive. So maybe it was the catch weight that, for Errol Spence that kind of turned him off. It's like, who are you to ask me to go back down to 164? Canelo ain't never going back down to 160, bro, or below 168. 168 is his division, but now he's trying to be a champion at 175, which I think is going to be too far. I think that Canelo's going to lose to Bivol tomorrow night. We're going to be here streaming during the main event, by the way. Canelo has had issues with the jab, and somebody like Sergey Kovalev knocking him out at the state he was in with the big legal trouble he was in with the bad weight cut and the vodka in the belly, with a fight, 3 months before. I don't really count that as like a real solid, credible 175-pound win. I count Liam Smith at 168, solid, credible win, but not Kovalev, not that Kovalev. I'm sorry, I don't. Now, if he was to beat Bivol, that's it. I'm sold. That's it. I'm sold. Because this is a young, in his prime, champion. So, as it stands, Bivol, from my understanding, he doesn't have any vices. He doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. As he said, he's been boxing since he was 5 years old. It is his life. My concern is he seems to not have that extra gear to go out there and try to stop somebody or really keep somebody off. There it is again. There it is again. They got this thing with nail fungus here. And no, I don't search that shit. So I don't know why that would be there. Maybe it's my ad blocker. Maybe that's doing something. Anyway, 19-0, 11 KOs. What do you see here? Whole bunch of unanimous decisions. And many of these fights, if he would have just stepped up a little bit more on the gas, he could have stopped these guys. I'm watching the Umar Salomon fight, and I'm like, bro, stop this dude. And I'm wondering if that's going to be enough to keep Canelo at bay, because eventually Canelo's going to have to turn it up on him. So say, for example, Canelo's losing the first, 8 rounds, 6 rounds to 2 or some shit. Canelo, in some fights you've seen, if you go back to the Lara fight, even the Kovalev fight, he tends to come on somewhat late if he's being jabbed. In this case, he's fighting a bigger, stronger, naturally weight fighter at 175. I'm wondering, I'm not confident he'll be able to bail himself out with Demetrius Bivol. But at the same time, we haven't really seen Demetrius Bivol really well. Actually, he did get cracked by Joe Smith at the end of that round. But we haven't really seen him have to really battle back and dig deep, kind of like Katie Taylor did a week ago. Just my opinion, of course. No, T Street doesn't look up feet pics. That's not my shit. I'm a BBW guy. That's my thing. If you really must know. But that's my opinion, man. I'm thinking that Canelo just may have done a little, just went a little bit too far. And then he's trying to, he wants to be undisputed at 175 pounds. So we talked about it. he fights Bivol, okay? Let's say in a perfect world for Canelo, he fights Bivol, beats him. September, fights Golovkin at 168. Golovkin going to have to move up, close out that trilogy. Fight John Ryder to defend his WBA title. John Ryder is the mandatory, not David Morrell. That's a weird situation with the WBA. But as it stands right now, he doesn't have a mandatory outside of John Ryder at 168. So what happened is Benavidez and Lemieux are fighting May the 21st for the WBC interim title, but don't be surprised if Canelo is made franchise champion. No mandatory obligation. There's currently no IBF mandatory, and well, as you can see, Demetrius Andrade, you know, just pulled out of the Zach Parker fight citing an injury. That was to be the WBO mandatory, but that mandatory wouldn't be due until maybe this time next year. By this time next year, if Canelo beats Bivol tomorrow night, beats Golovkin in September, beats John Ryder in December, then May of next year, he could fight the winner of Bertabiev, Joe Smith. They're fighting on June the 18th in the Hulu Theater. Thinking about going to that fight? Highly unlikely. I just don't want to go to fights anymore. The winner of that has to fight Anthony Yard, likely in December as well. And they will build up for a two-division unification, a two-division undisputed of all unifications in May. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to pull a Mayweather-Maidana 2, where if whoever wins between Joe Smith and, this is just deep down the road. This is just deep down the deep thinking of making up boxing scenarios. What if you have Canelo take on Bertabiev, Joe Smith winner at 168? That would be for undisputed in two divisions. But that's just me thinking too deep. It's just me thinking too deep. You know? But that's the way I see it. You know, May 2023, a year from now, Canelo, if he keeps winning, you know, fighting for undisputed at 175 pounds while being able to be undisputed at 168 simultaneously, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Yes, Benavidez, Lemieux, and Andre Parker for the next shot at Canelo. Yes, that's the way it is right now. Because Benavidez and Lemieux, that's for the WBC interim title that's been announced. But remember, it's the franchise factor. You know, so the WBC, they're going to make him franchise champion, bro. I can smell it. The fight pundit asked me, have you ever been sickened by the porn you just watched? Oh, God, many times. Oh, don't get me started, man. But thanks for bringing up the dark. You know, like when you start getting into the SSBBWs, you know. But yeah, man, don't you start. T Street. Also, he's put on muscle while the other guy's just really fast. Maybe Canelo telegraphs his shots a little while the other guy's hair trigger quick. Okay. Why the heck would Canelo still be WBC franchise champ at middleweight? Canelo not returning to middleweight. That's just, you know, it's a status. You know? JC, send me to the fights. Nah, man. Out of here. I'm not sure about that. Facts 100. David and Charlo versus Canelo in 2023 confirmed by Eddie. We can see it, but when in 2023? You see what I'm saying? That could be September, December 2023 with Canelo's schedule, because he wants to fight 3 times a year. And he's been really, really active. You know? Yeah, Benavidez is probably going to be moving to 175. And then probably have to fight another eliminator to probably try to get Canelo, but then Canelo would probably be just made franchise championship up there too. Where's Twilight? I don't know. Well, it's Vegas, the sun. He's probably not outside. A franchise championship is a status above the champion where you don't have any mandatories. You're the champion, but you don't have no mandatory. You don't have any mandatories. But all right, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. Me personally, just to wrap things up, I would have loved for it to be the PBC deal, you know, where he fought Spence. Even if it wasn't Spence, I would prefer Charlo Benavidez over Bivol and Golovkin. Just my personal opinion. But at the same time, something seems like you know, it's going on there, and it has been going on there for some time, to where I think that, you know, maybe PBC offended Canelo in some type of way. Because not only has he been throwing little shots at them, but also, like, he is kind of leaving money on the table by not fighting over there. But my theory was this: even though, you know, Canelo will be the financial A side over at PBC, you know that Al Heyman and PBC are setting up their fighters to try to beat Canelo. So really, in reality, he is the financial A side, but promotional A side, he's really not. Kind of, you see what I'm saying? To where Eddie Hearn just rolls out the red carpet for him. You know, for example, I guarantee you he's going to have some fire-ass interest tomorrow night. You know, so something definitely happened there, and, you know, it's not being talked about. Because remember, years ago, this is the only story I can really refer it to, but Tim Duncan, one of the greatest power forwards of all time, he was close to leaving the San Antonio Spurs for the Orlando Magic, but the rumor was that the Orlando Magic had served him some bad food. And he was like, you know what? I don't want nothing to do with this organization. You see what I'm saying? So somebody like Canelo, you would think, would get offended, you know, by something, but be professional enough to not really put it out there. And for them to want Canelo to handicap himself to go back down to 160 or 164, he probably was like, you know what? I'm not really feeling that. You know? But I don't really like get into, you know, like fighters' money or not. But at the same time, well, see, I'm not saying leave him. Listen, I don't like getting into fighters' money. All I'm saying is, you know, it seems as though, you know, like, for example, we don't know what the upside is, and, you know, like, what exactly Canelo, we don't know what these fighters are getting, but what Showtime was able to do for Canelo, you know, with the promotion of being like a recognized brand, you would have to think that it would be some nice, you know, like some money there. But it is what it is. We're going to be here tomorrow night. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but I do need to get some videos out. I'm a couple days behind. I got to do a Mayweather Fight Week video. We got a ton of fights coming up next week. Have you guys seen the boxing schedule? Have you seen it? Have you seen the boxing schedule for next week and the week after? You want to go take a gander? Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look. I'm subscribed to Dan Rayfield's Fight Freaks Unite. Best boxing schedule on the web by far. I think it's $6 a month. But look, this is just next week alone. I'm going to be here Wednesday morning covering Paul Gallen versus Chris Tarjevsky. I'm probably going to cover this Angel Acosta fight too. You got Josh Kelly returning. Charlo Castano 2 is next weekend with Boots Ennis versus Custio Clayton. Zepeda Ramirez, William Zepeda returning. Floyd Mayweather is fighting Don Moore. Anderson Silva versus Bruno Machado. Delphine Pursoon. Badu Jack is returning. Sergey Kovalev versus Tervel Pulev. Tervel Pulev is the one who exposed Bad Sushi, Ginny Sushi, during the whole Surviving Pulev scandal. Brett Pulev, Jerry Foster, Evan Holyfield, Fernando Vargas Jr., the Vargas brothers. Tony Yoka versus Martin Bacoli. That's a sleeper fight right there. It's going to be on ESPN Plus. That's a reschedule. Hot Rod's returning. You know, where the hell he been? On YouTube, of all places. Manny Rodriguez is fighting up in Jersey. Busy weekend. Then the weekend after, you got Buatsi versus Craig Richards. Alan Babic versus... Babic's always exciting. You know, for one, you never know when he's going to get knocked out. Chantel Cameron's back. David Benavidez versus David Lemieux, as we talked about. Gingebep Alan Canuli versus Danny Dignam and Jermell Herring returns. Chris Diaz versus Miguel Beltran. Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay on pay-per-view. I think that's Fight.tv. Isaac Dogbay. Also, this fight is taking place over in Dubai. I thought it was in Africa. Otto Wallin returning the weekend. It's busy. It's going to be 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 busy. Yeah, I have some job openings, but not right now. Probably like another couple weeks. I'm guessing I'm going to another couple months. I have to really I got like, well, listen, I'm involved in some big time. I told you I can't really talk about it, but I got some big time legal shit going on. Like I'm about to, hopefully if everything goes well, I'll be able to really get me like my own studio. I'm suing some people, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I did have a live panel for chat years ago. After the fight, I would have Google Hangouts and we would just talk about the fight. I do got some things in the pipeline, but what I've been really concerned about and what I've been doing is making sure I stay consistent again because, you know, I'm in control of my own destiny now and I have nothing but like a lot of free time on my hands. So my job is to right now this is the most consistent, you know, I've been in like years, over the last year. So I need to really, really keep this shit going, you know, because this is my dream. And I should have, like, if I stayed consistent, I would have had at least 200,000 subscribers by now, you know, so I'm really like, I can't afford to keep taking all this time off. But all right, guys, we're going to see you tomorrow. Take a time out, like the video, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter at @TStreetControversy. The links to my social media are right down below in the description box. Also, links to the WBC app powered by the Vive Network. Roku, Android, Apple, right down below. I'm going to go do some food prep, and I'm going to watch some the rest of the Sixers game. They're up 75-67, 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And then after that, I'm going to watch some trash TV. You know, I love on some Friday nights to watch me some Love After Lockup. That's my shit. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe.